awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Word TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at forward. Word TV. Black Talk Media. The Lounge with Sincerely Sarita. Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio.
That flow you think you got, will look real good on you. I don't think that you should do anything about it. I don't know why you doubt it. You wouldn't be you if you lived without it. It's good to be different, you'll soon understand. Whether it just be the length of your hair, the way that you are, the size that you wear. What anyone else thinks, you shouldn't care. Cause the things that you do not like, don't be afraid to show it cause it's alright. I just want you to know that you're my type, and you're nothing less than perfect. You got some perfect imperfections. You got some perfect imperfections. I don't quite understand what you working to be. Cause everything that you got that you think is not right, girl, is perfect to me. Perfect imperfections. You got some. I don't quite understand what you working to be. Cause everything that you got that you think is not right, girl, is perfect to me. I just want you to know, I just want you to say, hopefully one day you'll know just what I mean. You won't have to hide no more, you don't have to be shy no more. Don't be afraid to take off what you got on. Just be confident in what you doing, and whatever trends you create, they'll follow yours. And I know you were perfect when you walked through that door. Whatever others ain't like I do, so forget what happened before, that you'll have to ignore. Just come with me on tour, cause it's time to even the score. Take a picture, put a pic up, let them see what you doing. Cause you got something that they ain't got, so keep showing a girl and don't you stop. Let them hate and let them watch, show them why you're with it not. Cause girl, you got some perfect imperfections. You got some perfect imperfections. I don't quite understand what you working to be. Cause everything that you got that you think is not right, girl, is perfect to me. Perfect imperfections. You got some. Your hair, your way, perfect. Your smile, your face, your hair, that's perfect. Perfect, your weight, perfect, that's perfect, your smile, perfect, that's perfect, your face, perfect. You've got some. I don't quite understand what you working to be. Cause everything that you got that you think is not right, girl, is perfect to me. I don't quite understand what you working to be. Cause everything that you got that you think is not right, you got some.
That's Perfect Imperfections by J Hop. You're tuned into the Lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. It's Artist Tuesday. It's currently 8:27 p.m. and I'm actually joined in studio with J Hop. That was your record.
Yeah.
So first of all, I enjoyed it. It got a nice little vibe to it.
Definitely.
I was like, I am perfectly imperfect, and this is wonderful. And thank you for the reminder. So prior to, well, first let me say this: where can they find that at? For those who just heard it and they're liking what they hear.
Well, it's on iTunes.
Okay.
It's on my latest project, TSBA. Stands for This Should Have Been an Album. So on Spotify, pretty much every platform.
Okay, so wait, now I'm curious. This should have been an album.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this.
Well, I don't really consider it a album because I didn't really put as much as I could have put behind it as far as like marketing and stuff like that. So I didn't really consider it an album. I really considered it more so like a mixtape.
Okay.
But and that's pretty much that. That's why I didn't really want to label it an album. I want my album to do crazy numbers, like, you know what I mean. And I want the best behind it, you know, to really push it so that the masses can really hear it, you know. And I have a lot more to present to people, and you know, this was just like a taste. Like now I got like a whole lot more I want to put out.
So are you you're independent?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have a goal of getting signed, or is it that you want to stay independent? Like, what do you see that process looking like for you?
I would prefer to stay independent, but you know, as far as labels and stuff like that, you know, I don't mind, you know, signing with a label as long as everything looks right.
Gotcha.
You know, especially as far as like distribution and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, when you mentioned, you know, wanting to have the right marketing and make sure the numbers come out right, I was interested to learn, you know, if you feel like there's a difference, which I mean, it's been discussed before, but a difference in what it requires from an independent perspective versus, you know, when you're signed and you have a label behind you and that kind of grind.
You don't really have that machine pushing you, you know, when you don't have a label. But you know, one thing I can say is that doing it yourself really keeps you on your toes. It keeps you you know, out and networking, and it just, you know what I mean, gives you that feeling to like keep you going. Like I love like being here and not having to go through like a label to tell me to go here and do this and then do that. I like to be in control. So that's my main thing. I like to be in control of what I'm writing, what I'm singing, and where I'm performing at. Yeah. and all that. I like to be able to say no.
Yeah.
You know.
Have there been instances where you did have to say no to certain performances, or, you know, say like, that's not a good fit?
Yes, it definitely has been. Trying to think of one off the top of the head. I can't really think of one, but I have said no a lot.
Yeah. No, not that we was trying to drag anybody.
No, it's cool. No, I wouldn't do that anyway. I was just going to tell you the scenario, like, if it was one.
You know, I asked that because I know, just like I look at, you know, being an independent artist a lot like being an entrepreneur, you know what I mean, pretty much. Yeah. And so, you know, there are times where you gotta, no matter what the financial situation may be or whatever else the case may be, like there are times where you may have to say no, you know what I mean? Whether definitely, it's because of, you know, your own beliefs or whatever else the case may be. Definitely.
And certain situations too, like as far as like yeah, definitely, like you said, financial situations, like, yeah, man, what people don't realize is that, you know, when you're doing this, like, you have to put your own money, you know, into it, as far as videos, promotion, you know, even CDs and stuff like that, getting those printed up. I know a lot of people don't really listen to CDs like that, but I still do it just because it's another way. Like, I looked at it like, if a lot of people have cars with CD players still in them. True. So if you have my CD, you ain't gonna really buy nobody else's, really. You know what I mean? Nobody ain't really buying CDs. So if you buy mine, or if I give it to you, my CD is the only CD in your car.
You might just toss it in there.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? When you turn the car on, like, the CD, you know, automatically play. So, you know what I mean? I got people that I gave CDs to years ago, and they still listening to it to this day. You know what I mean? And it's probably it's the only CD they had since then. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So I look at it like that. That's why I still get CDs and stuff like that, because it makes sense. I mean, I don't go out buying thousands of CDs and not like that, but, you know, I get a small amount and I still hand them out or sell them and stuff like that at shows. Yeah.
As an independent artist, how do you go about, because you're the creative and the business person, right? Yes. And not that that's not the same case for someone who's also signed, but as an independent artist, like, how do you go about deciding your budget, you know, and where you want to put your money, your resources into? What goes into, or what factors into that decision making for you?
Well, a lot of time I do have people that I work closely with, and a lot of them is friends. and family and stuff like that. So I do have people that's it's not like a label or anything like that, but I do have people that I can actually speak to, and they give me advice and stuff like that. Because it's always good to have people around you.
Good counsel.
Because I don't know everything. I definitely don't know everything, and it'd be a lot of stuff I might be like, dang, I don't know if I got this much amount of money. I don't know if I should put it towards getting a video or if I should put it towards marketing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I don't be knowing. And then sometimes I need that person that's there to let me know, like, you need to put it towards this. Because sometimes I get so caught up in what I want and what I like and what I feel. It might be a song that I really like, and I'm like, yo, I need to shoot a video for this. They might be like, no, you need to put it towards promotion, or something like that. And I might be like, dang, you're actually right. And, so, but if it was up to me, I'd be like, dang, I just want to shoot a video.
Right. That makes sense. And it's always good to have that, that good counsel that can kind of get you to step back a little bit and like, let's look at this bigger picture.
Yeah, because I move quick sometimes. I done messed up a lot of situations.
What have you learned from those like situations where you felt like you moved too quick?
I just learned that I gotta think more business and not so much as just the artist, and not so much as just what I want. Because I make a lot of decisions based off of like stuff that I like, and because I create a lot of songs, and that's my problem, because I do everything myself. So as far as like even recording and stuff like that, like I record myself, and I pick the beats and all that kind of stuff, and I reach out to the different producers and stuff, and when I'm doing that, it's just like I just need somebody else there to like show, like, teach me the other side, for as like sometimes the business and stuff like that. Like that's why like I really love networking, meeting new people, because they can actually guide me and help me. And I always got that mindset that I can learn from anybody. I don't care if it's a 5-year-old, like,
right.
Anybody. Like I'm always open to learn. The
5-year-olds be spitting some real profound stuff if you pay attention.
No, seriously.
Just kids in general. Like,
seriously, they so smart nowadays.
They have such a pure outlook on life. It's just like, it's so simple. And, don't even get me started. I have a 13 and a 10-year-old, and every day it's something.
Yeah,
it was something new.
I believe it.
No, but prior to break, I had mentioned like just being curious about your first time performing on stage as an R&B artist and how you were received, what that felt like for you. What was that like for you?
Well, the first time, you said as an R&B artist, like at first, I'm thinking of the first time I actually like really sang on stage, and that was my sister was on a song, and she was supposed to sing the chorus, and she ended up not showing, and I forgot. I think she was sick or something like that, and so I had to do it. So I was like really nervous. But after after people heard me, and the response I got, I was like, oh, this is actually not bad. Like I'm actually feeling it. And then that's when the next time when I sang, it was when I was with the group, and I had that support from them too. So it was just like, harmony and all that kind of stuff. Like I didn't really know harmony and all that kind of stuff. So I had to learn it because I was in a group and we had to harmonize and stuff. And, just having them two by my side and stuff like that just made it that much easier to just do it. And, and a lot of people loved our music, and I liked it, and we just, it was like a competition type thing with the three of us. We had like, no, I'm the best. No, you the best. You know what I mean? Like it was just real fun, man. Like I had a lot of fun with it, and that's one thing I do want to let everybody know. All the artists and stuff that's coming up is like, yo, have fun with it. You gotta have fun. Don't take it too serious, because you're not gonna put out your best work. You can ask anybody; their best work is most likely when they're having fun with it.
Yeah. How do you make sure that you have fun with your music? Like, especially when you have to deal with so many other sides of the music. Yeah. How do you make sure that you keep it fun for you?
If it's getting too hectic, I'll fall back. I'll just stop doing music for a while. Like, and not a long period of time, but like it might be like 2 weeks, or the longest might be like a month or something like that. and I'll just push what I already have. Because like I said, I create so much that like even if I stop, it don't feel like I stopped. You know what I mean? 'Cause I got
You got
so much.
enough.
Yeah. But as far as creating, I'll stop writing and stuff for like a month and just enjoy life. I'll start going out and, you know, just having fun and just enjoying life. And then through doing all that, stuff would just come to me. And it'll just be like a bunch of ideas that just build up. And I'm like, yo, I can't wait to record this.
Okay.
And like, because I'll have it in my head. Like, I have songs and all that in my head, but I won't put them down. Like, I won't record them or nothing. So it's just be like a bunch of ideas jumbled up in my head. And I'll just be like, dang, yo, I wonder how this song gonna sound when it's done. This before I even create the song.
Before you even get it done.
Before I even think about the song, I'm like, yo, I wonder how this song probably gonna be when it's done. Like, and I could feel it. Like, I could just feel it. Like,
so you kind of give yourself some time to refill your tank.
Definitely.
Like to experience life a bit. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. So what advice would you, or, you know, just gems, whatever you want to call it, would you give to artists who are looking to transition from maybe doing one genre of music to another? Like you went from doing rap to becoming an R&B, R&B singer. Any, you know, advice you would give about that transition for other artists who have been playing around with that idea, maybe aren't sure or aren't necessarily going into a group? It would be them solo.
Yeah. I would say just one. I would say listen to a lot of different artists. Not trying to sound like them, but to just listen and just get a feel for what it is that you're trying to create. Like that's what I did. I found a artist that I could connect with, like somebody that I like really liked.
Who was it?
And it was a few people, but it was I really liked The Weeknd. I listened to a lot of The Weeknd, like for some reason, and I listened to Tory Lanez too because he was like that mixture of like R&B and you know what I mean? And it was like that type of feel, and it actually helped me create what it is that I am now. You know, and then you have people like Bryson Tiller and stuff like that, and people just like doing what it is that I do, and it's just like, yo, that's really dope. And yeah, but like I would say, listen to those type people, and then work on your craft. Like you gotta study it. You gotta really study it, and willing to dedicate yourself to it every day if it's something you really, really want to do. You know, because that's what I did. Like when I was younger, like, you know, being at my grandma's house or living with my stepdad and stuff like that. Like I'll be in the house singing. If it sounds a mess, they'll give me a whole snack. They'll let me know. But when it sounds good, they'll let me know too. Yeah. So like that's how I would know. Like the more I'll get complimented, like, yo, that actually sound good. Like you normally sound horrible, but this actually sound good. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
You know, you progressing. You're getting better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know. So.
All right. Well, loves, listen. I'm chatting with J Hop. He's a singer, a songwriter, and a record producer. He was also the Philly Hip Hop Awards winner for Best Male R&B and Pop Artist in 2017. So we've been chatting with him tonight, catching up, seeing what he's been up to since then, some new music cooking, and just learning more about his transition from being a rapper to now an R&B singer, who kind of does a little bit of both. You know, you think like you mentioned, the Bryson Tillers and all of that, Tory Lanez, all of that. But we're going to go ahead and take this break. When we come back on the other side, I want to get your take on, you know, what that Philly Hip Hop Awards experience was like for you and what it felt like to win. And then where you're at right now, what you got going on and what we need to know about. All right. Okay. All right, love. So we're going to pay these bills. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay right there.
Vital Signs, Wednesdays on Reality Check with Charles Ellison, 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. right here on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Streaming live on wordradio.com.
This is Cody Anderson. Palace Travel provided me with one of the most memorable trips I've taken to Ghana, West Africa. Palace Travel specializes in tours to Africa, including Ghana, Senegal, and South Africa. Throughout the year, Palace Travel has scheduled trips to Africa, including the next Panafest celebration in Ghana, July 2019. The trip of a lifetime, the historic return of the African diaspora after 400 years in the Americas, August 5th to 14th. Africa's improvement on Coachella, the annual Afrochella Festival in Ghana, December 27th 7th to January 3rd. Ring in the new year in Ghana. Call Palace Travel to reserve your place on one of their scheduled Africa trips with convenient payment plans. Call Palace Travel today at 215-471-8555 or visit their website at palacetravel.com.
Be heard. Want another way to join the conversation?
Follow us on social media
Using the hashtag onWURD.
Be heard.
Stay connected to Word Radio.
Independent Black Media.
We first opened about 10 years ago. We were small, just a few of us, but it was exciting. I always dreamt of having my own business. It was kind of slow at first, but things started picking up. We had big plans. But in our wildest dreams, we never thought we'd have this much work. Yeah, with so many businesses caught off guard by the storm, Reed Waste Management has never been busier.
What will become of your business after a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now, before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
I ain't no better than you, and you ain't no better than me. But we all have something in common. We all are in species, seeds of God's creation.
Tune in to Messages in the Music every Friday night with Joey T, midnight to 6 a.m. right here on WURD.
Word TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now. Tune in on YouTube at onWURD or on Facebook at ForWord. Word TV. Black Talk Media. The Lounge with Sincerely Sarita. Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio.
I see you're exhausted. I see that you're tired. It must be from all that running, 'cause you're running all the time. The very thing you're looking for, you hope not to find. All because this crazy world has altered your mind. So you keep running all the time. Running all the time. Running all the you're weak. Tired of ending up in places that you don't wanna be. The very thing you're looking for, you hope not to see. 'Cause you felt a lust so many times, you forgot what love even means. So all the time. Why do you keep? Why do you keep running away from love? Running away from love. Running away from love.
That's Running by J Hop. You're tuned in to The Lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. And J Hop is joining me in studio for Artist Tuesday. We've been chatting just about his start, his transition from rapper to R&B artist. I will say, I guess, singer. He's still working on embracing the R&B singer part of it. But no, so prior to break, we were talking about the Philly Hip Hop Awards, which you were the winner for Best Male R&B/Pop Artist in 2017. So what was that like for you?
It was, it's funny. It's funny how everything played out that year. It was a lot going on that year, and I was in heavy promotion mode, and I just had my project out, and it was really dope. I mean, and winning it was just like, I don't know, I was working so hard, it was like, if I don't win, this is, I better win. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was going to win. Like, I just kind of felt it, and then after that, there was a lot of things that happened afterwards. As far as, like I said, I mentioned the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, dang, like a lot of great stuff is happening. So it felt really good. Yeah. It felt really good to see that all the hard work that I put in and stuff like that was really paying off. Yeah. And it's really, like, I just do feel like, as artists, we go through periods where we feel like what we're doing is not worth it sometimes, because you got regular life outside of the music, and people tend to talk to you and let you know, like, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it's like, y'all understand, like, this is a part of us, like, this is what we've probably been doing, like, most of our lives. Even in my case, it wasn't R&B at first, it was rap, but it's still music. And that's what kept me out of a lot of trouble, That was like my form of meditation and stuff like that, writing about different things I went through, different things I experienced and stuff like that. So, like, I had a mentor that kind of, like, pushed me into, like, the whole rap thing, and school, actually. He actually was one of my teachers, and he became like a mentor and pushed me into the whole rap thing. And then later on I transitioned into R&B thing, and then after doing R&B for a while, then I won the Philly Hip Hop Awards and stuff like that. So I always look back at all the things of where I came from and how I got to where I'm at now. Yeah. And it's really amazing how far I came. Yeah.
You mentioned a regular life. So what do you do in your regular life?
So regular life, like, I just, like, spend time with my family and just have fun. Like, a lot of times I spent a lot of times away from my family and stuff like that, like, really just focusing on the music and stuff like that. So now I tend to try to, like, really spend time with my family and hang around them and go out and stuff like that, even with my friends and stuff like that, and just have fun, man. Like, it's just really, and when I say fun, I don't mean going out and just eating. Like, just like all my family, like, I may all go over my grandma's house. We all meet at my grandma's house, and we just sit at a table and eat like a regular family and talk and laugh. A lot of people don't really do that no more, and that's is really good to add to me, and keep me sane and keep me grounded, through everything that might be going on, like, whether it be like in my personal life or at work or whatever the case may be. So it's,
And I know you mentioned you also work with youth at Job Corps.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So shout out to the youth at Job Corps.
Definitely shout out to all my mentees and students.
Oh. What they call you?
John.
Oh. I know they called you Hop or something.
No, some of them say J Hop, but I mean most of them just say Mr. John.
Do they know that you're an artist?
Yeah, they know. They actually listen to my music. Some of them come out to my shows and all that.
Oh, that's what's up. They show the village.
Yeah, they do. Like,
the village show up.
I do. I'm always talking to them about my music and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, a lot of them is inspired from them. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things I see that they go through, they might talk to me about different things they might be going through, and I might be like, dang, yo, that's crazy. Like, and I might even tell them like, you mind if I write a song about that? You know what I mean? Like, you know, and they'd be like, oh, I want to hear it, or something like that. Even videos and stuff like that, I'm willing to use them in videos and all that. So, you know.
Creates that bond, I guess.
Definitely, and it gives them something else to do that's positive outside of a lot of the stuff that's going on out in this world. Something to show off, like, oh, I was in the video or something like that.
Yeah, something constructive.
Definitely,
that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so we usually play this game on Artist Tuesday night. It's called Quick Shots, and so basically just one word responses, whatever comes to your mind first.
Okay.
All right. Music.
Life.
Legacy.
Ongoing.
Sacrifice.
Music.
This one doesn't have to be one word.
Okay.
But your all-time favorite music record.
That's a hard one. That just don't just pop in your head. No, just pop in your head. Dang, I don't know. Like every time somebody asks me a question like this, it'd be like some of the last things I listen to. So I would say probably like, what's that song by Luther Vandross? A house is not a home.
For love and not learn. Oh, my bad.
No, not that. That's for heartbeats.
Okay, it's right there. So house is not a home. Yeah. All right, wait. Favorite artist currently on your playlist?
The Weeknd.
All right, and then one artist who's underrated.
One artist is underrated. Me.
Oh, there we go. All right, and then last but not least, these last two. Finish this sentence, fill in the blank, one word. Dear Black man.
Stay true to yourself.
It's supposed to be one word. All right.
You said one word. My fault. My fault. Positivity.
Dear Black woman.
Self-love.
All right, there we have it.
That's what.
We're going. He said it all together. Self-love.
My fault.
No, but all right. So you have let folks know you got what's going on in the present day, music, projects, whatever it may be. Shameless plug.
Right now, I'm currently working on. I actually just came off. Remember, I said I take a break sometimes. So I'm just pretty much coming off that break that I took, and I'm getting like diving right back into the music and stuff like that. But I am working on a project. I have like a lot of different songs that I'm just picking from to put on the project and stuff like that, and networking and looking at different ways, like different ways to market, you know what I mean, you know, my music and stuff like that, because after the movie and stuff like that, it kind of like opened up my eyes to like a lot of different other ideas that I have and stuff like that, even as far as like commercials and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, in the meantime, let folks know where they can follow you at and find your current work.
Oh, definitely. You can definitely find most of my work through my website, musicbyjhop.com, and like I'm pretty much on every social media platform, you know, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere. I'm pretty much under JHOP215, JHOP215. And you can find me everywhere.
All right. Well, there we have it, loves. That is J-Hop. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, getting to know you and your story, all of that good stuff. But when that new music does drop, make sure you let us know.
Most certainly will.
We can invite you back. All right, loves, we're going to go ahead and take this break. But when we come back on the other side, I'm going to welcome my final guest of the evening. Her name is Arnetta Johnson, and she's a super talented trumpeter who just so happens to, have had the likes of Beyonce and Jay-Z as her bosses, along with a few others that you may have heard of. But she's here to discuss the power of the horns, working with living legends, and her mission to disrupt jazz. So you do not want to miss her story. Make sure you stay tuned. You're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM, 900 AM. I'm your host, sincerely, Sarita. It's 8:57 p.m. and we'll be right back after these messages.
News you can use.
Exclusively on Wake Up with Word.
Hosted by the rapping professor, Dr. Aaron Smith. Weekdays